Hi everyone, you're back with the Lone Wolf once again. Welcome to the show. Today I thought I'd change tack a little bit and discuss a topic that is extremely important for all men following the Lone Wolf lifestyle, and that is the importance of investing. Now, all you guys out there following this nomadic existence, not going to nightclubs, not wasting money on dating apps, expensive dates that get you nowhere, not engaging in relationships, cohabitation and so on. You're going to have more time to stack coin and resources. You're going to have more time to get a side hustle, earn extra income from another job, with more time to decide what to do with that income. A lot of you guys will already be doing this, and that's fantastic. But to those of you who aren't, guys who are perhaps a bit younger, maybe late teens to early 20s, this is an irresistible opportunity to make the rest of your life a cakewalk. I can't begin to tell you just how vital investing is, but hopefully I can put the message across in this video. To start with, let's say you're one of these dudes. You might be at college or university, or maybe living at home with your parents but working in your first proper job. You can easily spend £80 a night if you go out clubbing or socialising. That's like $110 at the current exchange rate. This is usually spent on the entry to clubs, on event tickets, on food, on buying drinks, on Uber. Some folks even do this twice a week. Just imagine if they saved that hard-earned cash and repurposed it and put it into income-producing assets to secure their future. You can do this with so many different investment vehicles, but the first one that comes to mind is the stock market, because quite often it doesn't take any money to set up an account. It's very cheap. Specifically, dividend-paying infrastructure stocks are the key. These stocks make up the fabric of the society that we inhabit, such as utilities companies like water, electricity, renewables, oil and pipeline stocks, consumer staples like food, branded products like Coca-Cola, for example, medical and pharmaceuticals, financials like banks and insurance companies. In other words, the goods and services that we tend to have to use and consume to function in the society. What I suggest is doing your research and building a portfolio of these companies that tend to generate robust profits on an annual basis and distribute these profits to us, the shareholders, as dividend payments. You can even buy entities called real estate investment trusts, or REITs, that are essentially property trusts that own buildings in a specific theme, such as homes, medical buildings, shopping malls, gas stations, dentists, hospitals, offices. There's thousands of them. What this means, though, is that you can buy a REIT to gain exposure to the property market without having to take out a mortgage on a house, one property. Instead, with REITs, you can indirectly own thousands of properties. REITs have to distribute 90% of their income to shareholders to be able to qualify as a registered REIT, and therefore REITs tend to have inflated yields compared to the wider market. I've seen many REITs between 5 to 10% annual yields, which can really supercharge your portfolio. And that's even in this market where the stocks have been really overvalued since the crash last year. In this inflationary environment, REITs also represent a great hedge against all this money printing we've seen in the last decade. I've included some links in the description box below to 5 investing books that have really helped me in the past, and in fact I still consult them today. These will help lay a foundation of knowledge that just isn't taught in schools. Most of your parents, if they're anything like mine, won't have a clue about how to start investing, and these books will give you everything you need to get going. The crucial thing is to get started, and the earlier you start, the better. It's not the end of the world, though, if like me you started in your late 20s or early 30s or even your 40s. You just need to invest more cash and more aggressively. This can be done by starting side hustles, which should be easier at this point if you have amassed skills and experience throughout your career. You can also decrease your monthly outgoings as well. I know some folks that adopt a minimalist lifestyle, and this frees up cash flow that you can then pile into your brokerage account. Of course, this video must not be construed as investment advice. Do check out the disclaimer below as usual. It's important to invest globally. Don't isolate yourself to one market, one geographical location, one sector, or one type of investment. I don't have time to go into each and every asset class in this video, but I'll be releasing videos in this theme from time to time, as I think it's a very important part of being a lone wolf, having a versatile, well-diversified stream of passive income from global sources, diversification of currencies and markets. This is the key to true freedom, eventually being able to ditch your salaried job and live off your passive income streams, money that you don't have to exchange your highly valuable time for. Time is more valuable than the money that you will be earning. Dividend-paying stocks are a crucial part of this strategy, as dividends are one of the only truly passive income investments available today. Companies distribute profits to shareholders annually, semi-annually, quarterly or monthly, dumping that cash into your investment account. You can then use this cash to pay your expenses if your income can cover it, or simply reinvest that cash into another stock. In this way, you make use of the compounding effect, a truly powerful principle that is at the core of generating wealth over time. Dividend yield is a very important metric when valuing a stock, as is the free cash flow and dividend growth rate of the company. Again, the books I've included below flesh out all of these concepts in a lot more detail than I can here. As an example, let's say that you start at $0 in your bank account and invest $500 per month in a portfolio of stocks with a blended yield of 5% paid on a quarterly basis, with all dividends reinvested. After 20 years, the portfolio value will be around $500,000, paying around $25,000 in annual income. It's an extra salary, or it's a small salary on top of what you'll be earning. After 30 years, though, you'll have 1.8 million and be earning close to 90,000 in annual income. This assumes that your contributions won't go up, but you would expect these to increase as your seniority and skills go up and you engage in extra work. That is life-changing money. This model assumes that you invest in a tax-sheltered account, a very important strategy. You don't want to pay any more tax than you have to. The government will only squander the money on bloated bureaucracy, red tape, and enacting policies that directly harm and impede men trying to shoot for the stars and be successful. So you need to be tax efficient as much as you can. In the United Kingdom, this would be using your ISA allowance, so a stocks and shares ISA, for example, whereas in the US this would be a Roth IRA, Canada a TFSA, and so on. Hopefully the country where you're domiciled has a tax-sheltered account that you can make use of. Max out the contribution. Dividend stocks are just one of many assets that you should utilize to bring about financial independence and freedom, and I'll cover these in more depth in videos to come. If you start at 25, let's say, by 45 or 50, you're going to be set up for the rest of your life and will be doing exceptionally well compared to all of the other married guys with mortgage debt, car and credit card debt, etc. Let's not forget the dudes who will have gotten divorced and be paying child support and or alimony to their ex-wives. Meanwhile, you're sitting there with fat stacks, eyeing up that sports car you want. That's true freedom and should be a goal for all lone wolves. Not only that, but this wealth will mean that you won't be a prisoner of geography. You can leave your country and move wherever you want. And Andrew Henderson of Nomad Capitalist has a great channel on this topic. It's all about freedom and self-determination, the essence of what this channel is about. So investing and financial independence should be principal aims for most, if not all, of my viewers. As always, thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.